I thought I'd get up here and just chat because look, the boys still have full control of this. We're still in this. That's just as simple as it is. Um, Always going to be wearing the crest on the chest. And the Man City blow was a massive loss. I won't lie, but there was good signs, and I know that's not good enough in a title race. But if we went there to the Etihad, sat back, still lost 2-0, and came away with nothing, and also had no confidence, I think that would be very, very scary times. Now, look, this is not ideal from the lead that we were at. I think 9 points clear. City had a game in hand, and we lost to Bournemouth. Um, but at least we gave it a go, and I think that's what I've been asking Arteta this whole time. High press, have opportunities in open play, um, and be brave. Play players like Eze. We have a guy who I genuinely believe when he's unlocked is one of the best tens in the league, and we weren't playing him. This is Eze, by the way. And then you play him. This guy creates something out of nothing. Gets unfortunate with the post, but I thought all game he was doing little bits where you need. And off the ball, he might not be our best player. That's fair, but you got to take those risks. Now, subbing him off early was honestly dodgy, but look, the boys still have full control of this league. We play 5 games that we won the exact reverse fixtures already this year. They're all 12th place and lower. And look, none of this is to say that they're easy games at all. They're all going to be tricky, but I think the boys have enough to do it. And even last year, we won these exact fixtures. So it's just about getting mentally dialed, which, as we know, we struggle with clearly. But I do trust the boys to do this. They've got the confidence from the Champions League. Um, this is can still be a very, very successful season for the club, and they have it in them. That being said, City played Burnley at Burnley. I think that's going to be about 3-0 City. And yes, they'll probably go to the top of the table and 5 games apiece. And that's where it gets very tricky. But City do have some very tough away games. I think they have Bournemouth and Everton away. And again, it's not like they've been very, very good themselves. It's just they've obviously had a very good spell in the last few weeks when we haven't. Now, historically, City do finish very well and we don't. But I think that can change. We're getting some guys back from injury. Hopefully Timber soon. Hopefully Calafiori. Missed them both. Obviously Hincapi and Mascara have honestly been really good, but going forward is the struggles with them too. Um, and yeah, I just think you know it is. I don't want to say now or never, but the fan base is starting to get worried with Arteta. Me personally, I'm Arteta in. I think he's turned us around phenomenally, and we're still in a very good prime spot. But they do need to win some silverware. We need to get back to this because, lads, we've got out of 2 trophies. Honestly, unforgivably. The EFL Cup final for me, we just didn't even give it a chance, and that was just very shocking. Then you have the Southampton game where it was disrespectful, honestly. The lineup we put out was disrespectful to Southampton. Um, Quality players we had, but you got to just get ahead first and then worry about the subs. You always play your best 11. And especially after the Kepa EFL Cup final. Obviously, Kepa's head was still gone. He plays the Southampton, and it looked dodgy. But that being said, we still have a very good opportunity here. It just needs to be capitalized on. Now, look, I'm repping the shirt, like I said, always, but I'm taking stick. And you know what? It'll be worth it because I'm going to hold out, let the boys do their thing, and win some trophy because it needs to happen. Some silverware, Jesus. Win some trophies, obviously. But yeah, boys, I won't lie. It takes a lot out of you emotionally. I'm sure, like, if you're an Arsenal fan or if you have another fan base, you will be. It takes a lot out. That's simple as that. You wake up early. I'm in Canada. Wake up early, sometimes even 5:30 for the matches, just to watch. Like that Bournemouth game was 5:30. Wake up at 5:30 in the morning for that with your family, with your friends. Um, you get up for it. You're excited, but you see the performances. It feels like a lack of want from some of the players. That being said, the City game was better, and then tactically, I just don't think it's acceptable. Genuinely, sitting back with the lineup we have I just doesn't make sense to me. Like if you let City and other teams dominate the ball, first of all, how do we score? But second of all, we're literally giving them like infinite time around our box, like infinite time. Um, we're sitting back letting Cherky do whatever he wants. I think we need to be tight to him, not let him turn. and win the ball up high rather than in our own box. And that's where we're taking risks. We're taking risks in our own box, not in the final third. And that's where the Eze sub, it all connects if you think about it. It all comes from being too cautious. We don't want to lose the ball, so we don't take risks in the attacking third. Because of that, they get the ball from us from silly situations. They hit us on the counter, or we're forced to play risks in our own box. And either way, we're not pressing the other team, so we let them come at us very, very close. Don't do anything, and the other team has very big chances. Now we're lucky City only scored twice. That being said, they're lucky we only scored once. So that game could have went either way, but I think it's the Bournemouth game we're going to be looking back on, not that City game. Now, if the boys can play like that, win the next 5, I think that's all the fans can ask. And I know that's a big ask because 5 wins in a row is tricky, but it's definitely doable and it needs to happen because this is our league still. We're still in control, but I do think City will slip up. So if we don't, it's all good. Cheers.